I think the last thing that I would address that I learned out of the class that I thought was probably the best point that the teacher made is we have to have a level of maturity about all of this. We need to be mature enough to handle the insights that we're given. And this was true when we were talking about spirit guides. Spirit guides are only going to give us what we're capable of handling,
Right.
right? If we're not mature enough to process the information that we're given from spirit, and this is not a judgment, I've had to grow into my spiritual maturity.
Hmm.
Believe me, I'm not judging anybody.
I know, I know.
You know, but we evolve just like children, we grow. And the more mature we become as adults in our physical body, the more we're able to understand the world better. The more we mature at the spiritual level, the more we are able to receive. So give yourself some time and some patience to grow your spiritual maturity. Just don't, well, I did a meditation and I didn't get anything, so it didn't work. Well,
Or maybe you only get like a really little
you
bit
get,
and
it's
that's
okay.
frustrating
They're
too.
going to
But
only give you what's safe for you. Accept that
mhm.
as a gift and go, thank you. And then how can I use that? Right? If you give your kids a little bit of responsibility and you see they handle it well, what are you going to do? Wow, I'm so proud of you. I'm going to give you a little bit more. I'm going to give
Right.
you
I
more
think a big
freedom,
right.
more
I think
experiences.
a big fear for people is to look at their past lives and say, I wasn't a good person. You know, I didn't do
That's part of the
things
spiritual maturity. How are you going to
exactly
process that?
because that was just it. It was like in that one particular lifetime, it's like, can't say that I was really a good person, you know?
Right.
Even though I felt completely justified. I mean, 110% justified for all
Mhm.
those horrible things that I did. But
I can feel it. I can see it. I know where you're coming
yeah,
from. Yeah.
yeah,
And you know, that life where I was a Hindu man and I was stoned to death. Oh my gosh, I was a total ass. It was like I and the horrible thing was is I was right, but the problem was is I was lording it over everybody. And I catch myself
right.
doing that in this life too, especially when I get stirred up. I'm like,
Mm-hmm,
"Oh my
mm-hmm.
gosh, there's my little Hindu man. He's such an ass." And I go, "Here he is again." You know, so it wasn't that he was a bad person, but it's just that person that everything they say, it just like you're an idiot, you're stupid, you don't know this. And he didn't say it like that, but he made people feel that way. And I
Right.
catch myself doing that in this life. So, I mean, he wasn't stabbing people per se. Luckily, I have not had any experiences when I've done anything really violent to other people. I'm quite sure that I've had that life. But don't fear that. I think your spiritual team knows what you can and can't handle, but they're
Mm-hmm.
going to give it to you gradually and they're going to see how you integrate that and how you process that. If you just go, woo, way cool, and then you kind of move on, I don't know how much more you're going to get out of that.
Right.
So we need to be mature about our spiritual growth. We need to take it seriously and not just a sense of curiosity. And I thought that was the best thing that came out of the retrocognitions class. And I have seen that in my own personal life and my relationship with my spiritual team, with my own intuitive abilities and my spiritual growth. As I evolve, I am allowed to have, see, be, and do more. And so it's
Mm-hmm.
on me. It is
Right.
on us in this life to mature to our highest possible level.